Hi guys, I'm the Donphanatic. I am brand new to the Pokemon YouTube Wi-Fi community, but today I'm bringing you my first battle against someone by the name of Arcanine for the win, or I think jackkkkkkk3 is his YouTube, and I'll put a link in the description below. So yeah, I'm the Donphanatic, and I am going to bring you my first ever Wi-Fi battle recorded. So we're playing 5th Gen UU here, and he leads off with an Aerodactyl, and I immediately think, well, start Aerodactyl, it's got to be Sash, right? He assumes that I'm a Magic Bounce Espeon, but I'm not. I'm a Synchronized Specs with Trick, and I trick him the Specs, which is brilliant because, of course, Aerodactyl isn't special, and I gain lefties, which isn't too bad because I'm at a low health. So I switch out here into my Registeel, thinking that he will just continue Stone Edging, but he doesn't. He goes for the Taunt, which totally ruins my plan, so I have to switch out. He switches to Typhlosion as I switch to my Galvantula. Now, I know Galvantula takes neutral damage from Typhlosion, but I don't really want to risk it as it's really frail, and I have a perfect counter in Milotic. Now, Milotic plays the biggest part in this game by far. I really do like Milotic, but I think maybe it made this game a bit too storied. I run Marble Scale with Rest and Sleep Talk and Scald and Dragon Tail, so I can burn physical foes, which halves their attack, or whatever it does. I get Rest up, which doubles my defense, and then I'm a complete defensive force. So there, that turn was pretty pointless, as I go for Thunder and he goes for Dragon Tail, and we both miss, but I don't know what he was thinking there. I go for Thunder anyway, and he brings an Aerodactyl, maybe as Death Water, maybe as he wanted to get his rocks up or something like that, but I kill it off. So now he brings in Typhlosion, which never really did anything in this game, so I didn't know what item it had. But he double switches and brings in Ambipom as I bring in my Milotic. Now, I thought Milotic would take a fake out better than this, but it goes down to about half. So, I flinch, obviously. So, here I'm really trying to get its Life Orb to take it down a bit, so I switch into my Registeel. I don't know if he predicted that at all, or he just tried to do that on my Milotic. Whatever it did, it worked. So now I think I can live one more, which I do, so I can get Stealth Rocks up. And this proves to be very helpful in the later part of the game. So I get leftovers and I leave my diamonds in to die. But that's good, because now Ambipom's gone down to halfway. And this is where I make a stupid play. I bring in my Exeggutor, this is Resto Chesto with Harvest, and I completely forgot that Ambipom can carry U-turn, and it's 4 times effective against Exeggutor, so that dies, and that was pretty pointless. So now he brings in what I thought was Slowking, so I bring in my Sharpedo. I go for Protect to get a speed boost, and I'm thinking, since when can Slowking learn Low Sweep? And then I realised as soon as I press Crunch, that's his Zoroark. So if I'd have gone for Waterfall, I would have taken out his Zoroark, and yeah, that was a waste of my Sharpedo, as he next goes for the Sucker Punch to take me out. So, after this, I bring in my Milotic. I think he goes for Pursuit, and I go for a Rest to get my health back and to get the Marble Scale boost, as this Zoroark seems to be a physical Zoroark. So now I go for the Sleep Talk, and I think this turn I get a Rest, maybe? Now I get the Dragon Tail, and it forces the switch to Typhlosion. And this is where Stealth Rocks comes in handy. Typhlosion gets times 2 effective damage from Stealth Rocks, so he loses a quarter of health each time. And he keeps switching out for some reason. And here I go for the Sleep Talk and get the Scald, hoping for the burn, but I didn't really realise Ambipom was that frail, and I take it out anyway, which is brilliant because Ambipom was the biggest threat to my team, and I was not looking forward to dealing with it. So now I know this is Zoroark as his health is low down. So I rest again, as I know I'm going to wake up after the second turn. He just goes for Pursuit, so I don't know if that's because it's the strongest move, or because it predicted my switch. This is where I got the Rest, so that was kind of a waste of a turn. He goes for the Low Sweep. Now I think in his theory behind this was to get me slower than his actual Slowking, to get some damage off on me, but this turn I get the Dragon Tail off, which is brilliant, as I kill. So now I used to bring in another Pokemon which will get hurt by Stealth Rocks. So in comes the real Slowking, and he went for Toxic. I don't know why, thinking he was slower maybe. So I know I'm going to wake up that turn, so I go for the Dragon Tail, which brings out Typhlosion. I know he doesn't want to keep Typhlosion in, so I go for the Dragon Tail again to bring it back in after he switches to Slowking. And I completely forgot Slowking carried Regenerator in 5th gen. It doesn't matter. Now Typhlosion's down low enough. I don't know if he leaves it in for Death Order or predicting I think he switch again. So I go for the Scald anyway, and that is enough to take down his Typhlosion. Because I didn't see lefties or Life Orb, I'm guessing that's a choice in some way. So now he's 2 Pokemon left, Slowking and Ditto. Now I go for the Scald here, hoping for the burn, but I get a crit and the burn. So at this point I was like, oh thank God, Pax is going my way, because in the last few battles I haven't gotten any luck with Pax at all. So now I've got burn, I've got residual damage, and that really does sort of negate his leftovers. Now I didn't want to stall anymore, so I go straight into my Espeon, and he goes for the Slackle. My thought was he'd go for Calm Mind. I don't really know what Slowkings do, so I just went into Espeon. And so I do Shadow Ball. That's a decent amount. This is normally my spec, so this is a timid, max speed Espeon. But I obviously tricked my specs to be adaptable earlier. So now I go into Nipper, my Galvantula, and go for the Thunder just to KO the Slowking. So he's got his last Pokemon, and that's Ditto. And I thought, wait, I should use Fog Switch, because then Ditto would have been to Milotic, and I could have Thundered. But he's faster, so I'm like, oh god, I'm going to lose this battle. So I go for Thunder, and it doesn't kill it, but I get the Paralyze, which means I'm faster, and I can get the last Thunder off. And that was good game. Great game, jackkkkkkk3 /upper.